When we use polynomial division and we use the box, it's essentially backwards or the reverse of when you guys are used to filling out the outside of the box and you fill in the inside by multiplying. We're going to slowly fill in the inside to fill out to get to the outside of the box. So we have to find the factors essentially instead of having the factors and multiplying to get the product. So what's going to happen is that you guys just need to know and make sure that you have all of your place values in for everything. So in what you're dividing by is find the x squared minus 3x plus 5. That's good to go. We have your x squared, your linear term, and then your constant. But for the second part, the 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 4x minus 6. We're missing a squared term. So I'm just going to rewrite this so we remember as 3x to the fourth minus 5x cubed plus 0x squared plus 4x minus 6. So remember, we're not writing that part down. We're using that to fill out our problem. So the only part that you guys can fill in is the left column or the left side. So we're dividing by x squared minus 3x plus 5 and the first term of what you're dividing into. So 3x to the fourth. The rest you guys have to fill out. So we have to figure out x squared times what gets us 3x to the fourth. Well, if it helps, you can write this as 1x squared. So you guys would know that 1 times 3 gets us 3. And x squared times x squared gets us x to the fourth. Then you just multiply straight down. So 3x squared times negative 3x gives us negative 9x cubed. And 3 times 5 gives us 15x squared. So what happens then is you guys will have to start looking at your diagonal. So if we're looking at this diagonal here, the x cubed diagonal, this is where you need to go look at your problem. So we want negative 5 total, and right now we have negative 9. So we need to add 4 of them to get to negative 5. So it's a lot of mental math using this method if you don't do the traditional, but some people do find it easier. And then you say, okay, 1x squared times what gets us 4x to the fourth? Well, 1 times what gets us 4? 4. X squared times what gets us x cubed? X. Multiply straight down. So 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. X times x is x squared. And then 4x times 5 is 20x. So then we move to our next diagonal, which is the x squareds. So right now we have 15 and negative 12. So we have 3x squareds and we want to get to 0. So if we have positive 3, that means we need negative 3 to get to 0. And then you start the process all over again. 1x squared times what gets you to negative 3x squared. So 1 times what is negative 3. X squared times x what gets you x squared. You already have it. You don't need any x's. Multiply straight down. Negative 3 times negative 3x is positive 9x. And negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So once you guys get to the constant, whatever, you still have to finish out the problem, but whatever you have left is going to be your remainder. But you still have to finish the problem. So you still want to complete all your diagonals. So if we look at the next diagonal, which are your x's, 20 plus 9 is 29. How many do we want? 4. So we have to add negative 5 or negative 25x. So minus 25x. So see, the reason this is the remainder is because nothing can you multiply by x squared to get you to an x. So that's why you just need to sort of finish out the problem. So the last diagonal you guys need to do then is your constant diagonal. So if we have negative 15 and we're trying to get to negative 6, again, you have to do some mental math. So negative 15 plus what gets you negative 6? And that's going to be positive 9. So this last column is your remainder. So you would write your answer as what is on the top of your box. So 3x squared plus 4x minus 3. And then I just always add the remainder over top of what you're dividing by. So the denominator of your remainder will be x squared minus 3x plus 5. And the top will be negative 25x plus 9. So if you guys multiply your answer by x squared minus 3x plus 5, you should end up with what is underneath your divider there. So whether you do it using the box or the traditional way, you guys should end up with the same thing.